we're in the process of phasing all of those out. So all of that should be gone or are almost gone.
No, mine is still in here.
Okay.
Mine, in Greater New Orleans in my file, it still has all that.
Okay. And so look, it's what I did was I had our graphics designer Ren. I had him prioritize phasing out all the social media shares, phasing out anything digital first, and then he was going to phase out the local stuff we use last, because we're much less likely to have assist to sell call us and say, hey, we saw your sign on the side of the road somewhere. But for them to see a social media share, absolutely they could. So basically, once you log in, this is where you'll go. This is where you'll find all your digital stuff. Then if you go back, here's, oh, and by the way, once you go into digital and once you go into any of these things, you should see where they're set up properly. Like here's Danielle Looper, here's Kathy Nunez, here's Cody Career. And all that's going to depend on which office you're in, right? And so SoFlo, and we're still working out a couple of the bugs, but for SoFlo, she has 5 agents, and those agents log into Tacklebox. They should only see stuff that is SoFlo related. Okay. Once you go in here and go to print, then you'll see all the print materials needed. I think it's bogging down just a little bit, Jamie. Hang on. Let me go into video. I think print's bogging down. We must have a bunch of people looking at that area. So anyways, here's videos. So here's all of our corporate videos. If we have them rebranded for you, they're there. And you can literally click on one of these. And here is any videos that you would need. And so if we've rebranded a listing presentation for you, that like for Ashley Callahan, if it has her information at the beginning and then her information at the end, she can literally go in here, click on it, it'll load, and then she just clicks at the top to download. Okay, and she can download this right to her computer and do whatever she wants with it. Okay.
Awesome.
Outdoor signage. So here's all the outdoor signage. Once again, we're going to see I'm only going to see Covington stuff, but here's all the signs, right? Directional signs, all this stuff. And literally this is things you can go in, download, and send it straight to your sign maker. Billboards, all that stuff right here. Okay. Same thing with logos and marks. Okay, so here's all of our logos. Okay, that you can pull up all the logos for everything, branding guidelines. If you need to send this to your local sign shop so that they can figure out exactly what colors we use on things, it's all right here. Right? Transparent background stuff. I mean, every iteration that you could possibly need of all of our stuff is in here. Okay. Same thing with all of our trademarks for our franchisees. And so actually not just for our franchisees, it should be for everybody else. Once you get a new agent that comes in, you can go into operation docs right here. And these operations docs will have like your agent level onboarding checklist. So here's all the new agent, their to-do list. So if they say, oh, I just joined, what should I do? Somebody's talking, what you got? So anyway, so for any of our agents that join and they say, okay, what should I do? I'm new, what should I do? Well, go right here. You can put your transaction checklist up here for SoFlo if you want. Like, here's what I need to close out a file. Here's what I need to do all this stuff. This is a sample template, but you can take this and tweak this as needed. Here's your broker level stuff for Stacia and Andy and people like that once you add an agent. Here's all the stuff you need to tell them to do, like just reminders. Hey, change your voicemail. Change where you work at on Facebook. Do all this stuff. Send them the agent level onboarding checklist. Send them all that stuff. Then you go to the agent level onboarding checklist. Here's everything that they need to do. Search for Facebook for 1% list agents. Join there. If you're an agent with an MLS board, notify the board, yada, yada, yada. So all these things that, just to kind of serve as easy things to remember. Right here is a training calendar. And if you're logged in to agents at 1% list on your phone or through your calendar on your phone, if somebody asks for training, then literally I can create training stuff and it'll populate right here. Like, for example, if Lori Joss, let's say Lori Joss wants training on how to do a CMA. And we're going to train for this Wednesday at 11 o'clock a.m. on Zoom. Okay. Then I go down here and I'm going to pick training calendar. And I can add whoever the heck I want to add to it. And we'll make it tomato color. And boom, there it is. If you reload this page, you're going to see where we now have a training set up. How to do a CMA right here. So for any of your agents that need training on stuff, okay, that is more macro level stuff, not Florida or North Carolina or whatever specific stuff, if you let me know what they want training on, I'll sit there and role play for sale by owners with them. Any of those things that they want to do, you let me know and we can add it directly to a training calendar. And anybody who's logged into an @1% list email on their phone, it'll pop up on their calendar as well as something that they can choose to attend. Any questions so far? No? Once I go to agent directory, so here's a directory of all of our agents everywhere if you need to send a referral out. Okay, eventually this is going to be searchable. And we're probably going to divide these up. I would think, Dean, we're going to start dividing these up based off of state and have an easy referral drop-down menu. We are working on a store where you can come through here and literally click and order shirts, backpacks, whatever you want. Is that somebody's cat? So basically this populates and you can literally come here, click on it, boom, there's 1% list stuff that you can order. Okay. We're looking at different companies that do this kind of stuff. And so if we come up with a better company, then we might switch companies. But this Merchology site is basically, everything is going to be branded for us, only us. Make sense? What other questions everybody got? Sarah, you look deep in thought.
I am receiving.
You're receiving? Okay. So what we would love from you guys is we would love to have, we want feedback as to what you guys want. I can tell you things that are coming in phase 2, which, Dean, I don't want to pin you down, but how far out would a phase 2 be where we're going to have a graphic user interface that people can search and also have an agent production tracker from across the entire corporation? Like, where are we at on that?
Agent production tracker is going to be a little bit, more. The next thing on the list is a single sign-on to Tortle.
Right.
We should have that within, I'd say, 60 days. And, the agent production stuff is going to be a little bit longer because that's still getting built out on the back end.
Okay.
From the commission tracker.
Okay. So basically, as soon as we have our single sign-on back from Tortle, then we can basically take anything that we use for training. Like if we do how to do a CMA training, I can screen capture it just like I'm screen capturing this and immediately throw it into Tortle for viewing by your agents, anybody you recruit or anybody that needs help on anything for forever. Okay, so it'll all be housed right there in Tortle. I can throw it in Tortle and people can go search for whatever they want, with the idea of just eventually building out a really robust library of stuff. Got it?
I want to point out as you maneuver around the site, if you look under the logo, you'll see what we call breadcrumbs. Go up to the top.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see that you're home. So if you meander through the site, you'll be maybe home, as opposed to using the back button, which of course will work too. But if you meander into the site, you can always go up to the top, look underneath that logo, and have a good idea of where you are navigated into the system. So if you go somewhere else, Grant, and then go up and look, you'll see.
Yeah, home.corporate video.
So
Right.
if you go to videos, you can see that you're at home, corporate videos, and if you go deeper, it'll go deeper with you. That way you can navigate yourself back to where you were.
Interesting.
Especially if you go into one of the franchise pages.
Yeah.
Okay. So if I go into, let's go to SoFlo. So do you have any auto decals or magnets or anything like that yet? Here's brochures. Nothing. I'm perusing different franchises so we can see. So basically, this is under SoFlo. Make sense? Everybody got it? So as long as you're basically logged in, we still have them registered to their particular franchise, correct, Dean? So if somebody else, like if Jared logs into this, he's not going to be able to see all of these different drop downs. He's only going to see the Louisiana one for his office, correct?
No, he will be able to navigate to it. Whenever he logs in, it's going to go to his.
Okay. So whenever anybody logs in, they're gonna be automatically logged onto theirs, but they can see other people's stuff to get ideas effectively.
Right.
Okay.
Am I correct in that, Jamie?
At the moment, they're all going to the home page. Once everybody has accounts created, then I can tell them where they want to go.
Okay.
Everybody can log in once before I can do that.
Okay.
And what I'm saying is right now, you'll go to the home page. In the future, very soon, when you log in, you'll go to your own franchise page.
Okay. What other questions we got? It's pretty self-explanatory. Not a ton of questions, right? So what we would love to have is we would love to know what features people would like to see. Okay, because I mean, we built it through Google. We can, within reason, we can basically do whatever we want. So like I see Scott McLaughlin here. So Scott, if there was any tools, anything that Keller Williams offered that you think we need to be offering or that you think we need to roll out in this, request it. Tell us what you want to see. And it's stuff that we can tinker with and figure out how to embed it into this and make it a lot more robust for all the tools that people want. Scott, you there?
Yeah. I hear you. Yeah, I want to play around with it, all that good stuff. We'll see what stuff can be used on a daily basis. That's what I can go straight to.
I think training is going to be key and building out a lot of training. I think as important as building out more functions for the system, just building out more training modules for brokers, for their offices, and for the agents for what they need is going to be a big part of it. And so I would love it if people would start telling me, hey, I'm not very good at this, or I need to learn how to do this better. I need to become more proficient at this. And I mean, we can literally fill up this calendar, with stuff that people want to learn and then save it for forever. I just need to know what people need. For a while there, we were doing training days and we were having a pretty good turnout, but then people stopped coming. So, we need to know what people need to get better at.
I think the training videos would be good. I think that's usually my first request from particularly new agents, brand new agents. They'll ask for some type of training video. Are there any videos that I can go to? So the YouTube videos that you have or anything like that. But you said that'll be under operation, or wait.
That'll be under training. So if you come here and go to training, I can make a training calendar event. So there's two different ways we can do it. Probably the best way to do it is going to be to make a training calendar event. Okay? And then once I make a training calendar event, we'll do a Zoom session just like this, and I'll save it, and then I'll put it on Vimeo for people to get whenever they want it. We can upload it to Tacklebox. We can do whatever.
Right. So everybody's going to get a portal login, right?
Yep.
And then can you upload any videos that you've already done into that?
Yeah. Yeah. Basically, how we've done them all up to this point is we put them on YouTube. So we put them on YouTube and direct them straight from YouTube to Turtle.
Yeah, going straight to Turtle would probably be easier. So
yep.
Then they can flip through, right?
Yep.
So that was my question. Are you going to be uploading all those YouTube videos to Turtle?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Or Dean, you know what I wonder, Dean? And I know we've kicked the tires back and forth on a number of these things. No, I'd rather send people to Turtle. I was saying we could have just a separate drop down in here where we could just have all these different training videos and direct them there, and they could actually search through here for different training videos. But I'd kind of rather them go to Turtle.
We can easily embed them on a page within here. That way they're searchable. I mean, like I said, it depends on how you want to lay it out. Videos are easy to move around. They give us a lot of options.
Okay.
We can embed that. We can have a link to them, so on and so forth.
So that's the pros and cons. So for Sarah, Stacia, Scott, Seth, Andy, like the brokers that are here, that's the pros and cons. So the pro is if we put it in an LMS, like a learning management system like Turtle, then we can see who's viewed what, see how much time they spent viewing it, track all that stuff. But it's another step to get to it. If we just put it in here, then we never know who's viewed it. We've never known who's done what. We can't see anything, but it's a little bit easier to navigate to.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, whatever y'all decide to do, it's just I don't see where the videos are.
Right. I'm just saying.
Right.
Yeah, like for example, I can take this video, shut this video down, download it, and store it right here on Tacklebox as an introduction to Tacklebox video. Okay? And it can be stored inside of Tacklebox. Okay? This like if we do a training tomorrow on something, I can do the same thing.